Hello everyone, welcome to the extra video of Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. So, we just officially finished up the main storyline, we completed all 6 characters, we got the supersonic ending. So, you think that's it, right? Well, believe it or not, besides the main story, there's a lot of collectibles in this game that you might as well just spend the time to collect. So, there's 130 emblems in this game, and it also requires you to go for these extra missions in the character select screen. There's also the adventure field type of emblems. There's 3 missing, and I will get those 3 in this video, don't you worry. There's also the minigames, and which of course the sub-game type of things. Some of these you can only get 1 emblem out of. Sometimes you can get 2 emblems out of. And for one particular case, you can only get it within the sub-game. So you're gonna have to basically, you're gonna have to go to that trial mode anyways, just to take care of the sub-games. But, anyway, so now we're gonna be entering the hub world of Sonic. And, one interesting thing is that you can actually mess around in your 100% save file. Sure, there will be nothing to do, but you can always explore the environment of how lifeless the city is, and how majestic the Mystic Ruins is. Anyway, so we need to go inside this antique store and actually take this golden egg. Now, here's a reason why we need to take this golden egg, but also, oh no, we are stealing. It's quite a shop that doesn't attract many customers, but I like it just that way, just that it is. Yeah, so we can't really take the golden egg, otherwise it'll be considered stealing. We'll go to prison for that. So, we're just gonna have to switch it out. In order to do that, we need to go over to this corner here and grab this rock. We have to use this rock to switch the golden egg onto the pedestal, so that way something is activating it, so we can be able to at least take the egg with us. Now, the reason why we want to grab these eggs, and there's 3 of them in the entire hub world, or the whole entire game, is that these are basically Chao eggs. You find the special eggs in the adventure field, and you have to take them to a Chao Garden. I will talk more about the Chao Garden when we look at the Chao Gardens, but if you don't know what a Chao Garden is, basically a Tamagotchi, where you keep your Chao healthy, you level up your Chao, you make them stronger, and then you also make them compete in some mini-games, somewhat like the races and everything else. And it's really good for, most of the other emblems are actually locked behind the Chao races, so you're gonna have to eventually learn how to take care of your Chao. You're gonna be 100%ing this game. And I'll show off the 100% bonuses at the end of this extra video. Anyway, so up here is where the second egg is. It's a shiny silver egg. It's on top of this little pedestal type of thing. You push the switch, and it will knock the egg out into the lake, and then you gotta wait for it. So, I'm gonna talk about this since I didn't record any footage of it, but it's about the extra missions regarding the A and B missions on the character stages, of course. So usually the B missions are like collect 50 rings and beat the level, and the A missions are usually beat the level within the fastest time, or within the time limit. Basically beat a world record or anything else. And for special cases like Knuckles' B mission and Big the Cat's A and B missions, it's gonna be somewhat of some interesting ride of trying to get almost everything. So, now, only Amy, Big, and E102 can access the last Chao egg, and it's in the egg carrier. So, we need to go ahead and get ourselves to, of course, the bottom of the ship, of course, and we need to go into basically the jail cell room where Amy was usually captive in Amy's playthrough. Because, well, if you haven't seen the Gamma playthrough, Gamma walked by a black egg in the second cell. That's where the second egg is. And while I'm also at it, also the Whack-A-Mole minigame that I just passing by, one of the sub-games is actually that minigame, and you don't actually get emblems for that sub game from the main storyline. The only way you can get emblems from it is to actually go into the trial mode. So you're gonna have to go into the trial mode and actually take care of that sub game. Other than that, most of the sub games you can easily do in the adventure field and get both emblems. And for like the Sky Chase ones, you could do 1 round for Sonic and then round 2 for Tails. You get both emblems that way without wasting too much time in the trial mode. Now, here's how to get into the Chao Garden in this game, or rather the egg carrier version of the Chao Garden. So, there's this locked door, and you need to solve a passcode. And the passcode is actually Eggman. That is actually Dr. Robotnik's Japanese name. But also Eggman calls himself Dr. Robotnik in this game, so why did he name his password to Eggman? I don't know. Later in the future games, Dean Bristow, of course, just actually don't use Dr. Robotnik anymore and actually accept the fact that he is Eggman. Anyway, so here is the Chao Gardens. This is the Station Square Chao Garden. This is where I spend most of my time in. It has like much more gorgeous type of fountain over here. It has a little bit of a play area over here with some trees and everything else. And that's where, and it also has a black market along with the races. That's where mostly you're gonna be spending your Chao Garden in. The Mystic Ruins Chao Garden, of course, looks like a type of jungle theme type of area with a mini island in the middle and some structures as well. And finally, the Egg Carrier Chao Garden, where it takes place in a gigantic island with a missile threatening to destroy all life on it. And I feel like I've seen this missile from a Sonic X TV show, but I could easily be wrong. Of course, in order to heal your Chao or upgrade your Chao, you need to use animals. I'm demonstrating over here because I didn't know there's an elephant over here. But you need to use these animals to basically upgrade your Chao and get them to the strongest you can be. And there's different classes as well, so make sure if you're gonna go for those Chao emblems, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time animal grinding. I think the Sonic Adventure 2 Chao Garden does a lot better than the Sonic Adventure 1 Chao Garden, which is why basically back in the GameCube days I would spend most of the time on the second Chao Garden, and then I used the Game Boy Advance Transfer Pack to send my Chao to the Sonic Adventure 1 Chao Garden and get all the emblems that way. Because, like, they worked a lot better in Sonic Adventure 2. Fortunately, you can't do it in the Xbox remake, but that's okay. Anyway, so now what we're doing is I'm basically going to be getting all of the remaining Adventure Field emblems. Now, the first one I'm getting is, basically, you need to basically change the ship first, then take the monorail to get to the rear of the ship, and, we need to basically launch a cannon at one of the boxes, because one of the boxes underneath it is actually an emblem. I mean, I know what I'm doing is currently unnecessary, but you know what? I want to fill up this video for something. But you get into this can here, and then you blast yourself into that box, and that will actually spawn a emblem, and that's where you get one of the emblems, of course. Yes, I will gain all the Adventure Field emblems while I'm also at it. Nice look right there. So, the second emblem also requires to change the ship. However, this time you need to stay up here, actually, and you need to be Tails for this. But you fly yourself up to this, like, top, tower part, and the emblem is actually in the middle, right there. That's where you need to collect it, of course. And, also, I figured might as well grab that while I'm here. But there's also an item box behind here for 10 rings. It's not really necessary because, Tails is only here for the boss fight with Gamma, as if you're gonna come back here as regular Tails just to get it. I think Knuckles can get it too, but I don't know. Anyway, so, and right here is the last emblems underneath this patch of grass, and achievement unlock the Adventurer. Figure I decided to get that achievement, because, well, I might as well just get some achievements in this game. So, the next bit of content... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I need to talk about this next. So, Twinkle Circuit. Normally, Sonic, Amy, or Big can access it because they had a level in Twinkle Park. Tails, Knuckles, and Gamma don't really have a level in Twinkle Park. But they can still tackle the Twinkle Circuit if they wanted to. Basically, what you gotta do is you gotta take that card that is in the corner of Station Square, and then you gotta turn it into Twinkle Park. Fortunately, you won't have access to the Twinkle Park, but it only gets you access to a Twinkle Circuit. Now, I'm not sure if it's because of the Xbox version, because for some reason I couldn't remember or not. But I don't remember actually bringing my card in just to sign in this door. I didn't know that's what I actually need to do. So apparently they want you to hold on to that card up to that door so you can try out the Twinkle Circuit. I'm not even sure if it's in the older versions. I could be wrong though, so whatever. But everybody can try out the Twinkle Circuit, and every character also have a completely different handling. Now, I still don't know the reason for the second emblem for this. I want to say it's, like, get a world record at it. But, yeah, I decided to play this for 15 minutes as Tails, because why not? But, yeah, you can play a Twinkle Circuit as almost every character if you want to, of course. Now, I decided to download the DLC because in the Xbox 360 version, there is DLC. Well, usually, most of the content that was in the GameCube version is there from the get-go, but for the Xbox version, you have to pay for DLC. So, let's talk about DLC while we're at it. So, one of them is Mission Mode. Mission Mode is basically one of my favorite type of things to do when when I really like to explore the environment in Sonic Adventure, because it's basically still taking the form of, like, explore around the environment, but now there's these mission cards everywhere. Once you collect them, they give you a mission objective. In other words, bring the man who is standing in front of the hamburger shop. So let's go to the hamburger shop. Now, weird thing about this hamburger shop guy is that, like, it looks like an NPC, right? Wrong. He's actually a mannequin, and you can actually pick this guy up. And don't think it's just exclusive to mission mode. No, he's always been here. I don't understand why this mission is a thing, and or whether, why is there a mannequin standing next to a burger shop? But the point is, you need to take up this guy, and, you need to place him inside of this circle here, and as such, you completed the mission. I'm only going to show off 3 specific missions. The first mission is basically me showing off what you gotta do. I might as well show off this mission over here, which is basically showing off a little bit of a cameo type of thing, because, well, why not? You know, mission mode isn't even exclusive to the Dreamcast version. A lot of this stuff isn't even in the original Dreamcast, like Chao Garden, missions, emblems even. Not even the last thing I'll be mentioning isn't even in this game. But, oh my god, it's Chris Thorndike! Yeah. So basically, as of, like, Sonic Adventure for Director's Cut version, at least, was in the making, the Sonic X TV show was in production, which, of course, featuring, of course, Jason Griffith as Sonic, and also a lot of the 4Kids voice actors. And, Chris is basically one of those, comic relief type of characters who's trying to support the main cast, of course. And, yeah, Sonic X is in this game. I don't know why, but I guess they figured they want to let its promotion material, and there's a lot of promotion material in this game as well. So, I definitely recommend checking out the Sonic X TV show. Now, the third mission, although is probably one of the worst missions in the game, it's also, at the same time, one of the most fun type of missions in the game that I like to do. And I want to show this off because, well, you can see a big issue within the mission structure, of course. Pass the line of rings with 3 super high jumps in Ice Cap, of course. And, the reason why I want to show this mission is because, although it will take a lot of getting used to, once you, actually got the hang of it, you find it's probably really fun. Like, I mean, for most, yeah, you're basically just, like, snowboarding, but I find snowboarding my personal experience, really fun. I really like this level. And, you know, while I'm doing this mission, I might as well talk about another sub-game while we're at it. So, you know, Tails have access to Sandhill. And Sandhill has, like, one of those type of ring missions. Where, well, not really ring missions, but, you go through these little bit of those rings, and they increase your score. Now, it's more, like, just for getting a special emblem. But, another thing is that Sonic also has their version of Sandhill, and for some reason they made Sonic's harder. I don't know why, but they made Sonic's harder for some reason. I'm sure there's an explanation why, but it's some sort of challenge. But another sub-game is also the Ice Cap, but specifically it's only this part of Ice Cap. You know, snowboarding is pretty fun and all. So, they made this little bit of a mini activity into a sub-game, and if you want to, like, you don't want to explore the entire level, you just want to skip straight to just the fun bit, which is the snow part, which is the snowboarding part, you absolutely can. And you can actually get some points in there, show off your best score, maybe be in the Xbox Live Arcade leaderboards as well. This is probably one of my favorite parts in the game. I love snowboarding. And Sonic Adventure 2 actually nails it really hard in their City Escape level as well. But alas, we are coming up to the point where the mission actually matters, so let's just go ahead and get right into the issue, shall we? So basically what you gotta do is you gotta perform 3 super jumps off this ramp. This is my first attempt, so I might as well mark every single attempt. This is my second jump, and then the third jump. And as you can see, you get a lot of speed, and basically you got the right rhythm. It's really precise. Really precise. But, it'll take you a lot of tries, don't get me wrong. Don't expect to get it on your first go, but if you do get it on your first go, you definitely deserve a pat on the back, bro. But, this thing is gonna be an interesting grind. Basically, they want you to approach the first ramp as normal, and then for the second ramp, I recommend you just slowly hover to the right of the ramp. And then, when you land and about to approach the third ramp, you have to make sure that you're not hopping from the snowy ground. If you hop from snowy ground, oh yeah, you lost your momentum. Basically, you have to be constantly sliding on the snow when you're about to make your third jump. Otherwise, you're not going to get the high speed generating. As you can see, I made a short little hop. I instantly land on that thing because I knew that wasn't enough. Sometimes you have bad luck like this. Bad luck can easily happen in your run. Again, don't expect to get on your first few goes. Expect to take a lot of time into this mission. But, as I keep doing this, I keep having more fun. And, it's gonna take you a lot of time. And, it's always worth trying. I know I'm talking a lot on this part particularly, but, you gotta appreciate the dedication of how these mission structures went. And there's a lot of different missions. In fact, Tails has a similar type of one in this level, where you have to take the bottom route and just slowly hop your way just to grab some of those, like, checkered flags. At the same time, Sonic is also racing, so you gotta ignore the fact that he's gonna be annoying you. So, you gotta basically slowly grab the flags, just pay close attention, don't focus. I mean, do focus a lot when grabbing those flags. And, with the intensified slow motion, we finally got it. Mission 53, cleared. But yeah, I figured I'd show off this mission because I honestly think this mission is probably the test of skill. It'll take you a lot, but if you do it within a few tries, I'm pretty sure you'll have some enjoyment out of it. So now let's go ahead and talk about the stuff that, well, I couldn't record because, I couldn't record this because, I didn't 100% the file as of right now, so I'm taking footage away from someone, so I apologize for using your footage. But, when you 100% the game, or as you progress further into the game and get more emblems, you'll start to unlock some Game Gear minigames, from Sonic the Hedgehog 1 all the way up to Triple Trouble, all the way up to Tails Adventure, of course. Now, I really like this because Sonic had a lot of Game Gear games more than Genesis games. And with this minigame collection, you'll be able to play Japanese exclusive games like Sonic Drift 1 and Tails Sky Patrol. Both games were not even in the original, or were not even in America. You can only play these in Japan. But like Sonic Adventure basically brought those games back, and they even translated most of everything into English. So that's pretty nice. Now, once you collect every single emblem, and I also think, because the DLC pack also says that including this feature, but once you collect every single emblem, you will be able to play as Metal Sonic. Now, Metal Sonic is basically just regular Sonic, it's just a retextured skin. But it has like a little bit of some extra animation depth into it, and with a lot of click-clang noises and everything else. But Metal Sonic's somewhat of an interesting treat. If you want to, like, basically play your favorite Sonic levels as Metal Sonic, you absolutely can. You have to 100% the game, though, which means you have to get all the extra missions done with every character. You have to get all the Adventure Field emblems out of the way. And you also got to finish up the Chao races as well, and that's probably the main obstacle in terms of trying to get Metal Sonic, because like Metal Sonic is like locked behind a 100% completion wall. But is it worth the grind? I honestly don't think so. I mean, it's just Sonic retextured. There's nothing special about like Metal Sonic. I think the Game Gear games collection is more worth it, because you can't even play all these games in America. For better yet, I don't think anybody owns a Game Gear very much anymore. So like, if you want to play the Game Gear games, I believe most people would just go straight to this, would go straight to Sonic Adventure and just play them off of that. But overall, that is Sonic Adventure. I had a lot of fun playing this game. This game has a lot of interesting content, and I think going 100%ing into this game is, like, 100% of this game is gonna be some interesting ride. Also, the music earlier was playing. That was actually Station Square by Tealopes, believe it or not. Yeah, they actually foreshadowed Sonic Adventure getting a remake recently. Very interesting. I really hope this gets used in an actual game. But anyway, folks, that's it for Sonic Adventure. I am so glad to finish up this Let's Play. And again, Sonic Adventure 2 will be going by a little bit faster. Also, my next Let's Play coming up will be Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah, that's right. It's a Nintendo 64 rated M for mature type of game. I'm going to be posting these almost every Monday. Anyways, to wrap things up, we're going to, of course, play the main theme of this game. And it is called Open Your Heart by Crush 40. And Crush 40 is a very talented band. They've done a lot of music for the 3D Sonic genre, and I might be making a top 5 of it really soon. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this Let's Play, and I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play, Conker's Bad Fur Day, or even more Sonic Adventure 2. Mars for 1, signing out.